Hello and good evening. Welcome to the Start of Climb channel in our fourth episode of the tutorial for the Toliss A321. In the first three episodes we took the time to set up the cockpit and we created a flight plan in SimBrief, and now we will continue this series of tutorials for the A321 with how do we load the flight plan into the MCDU and how can we fly this aircraft fully automated from Paris. We are currently in Paris. This beautiful Transavia retro livery. So we will fly to Frankfurt in Germany, and we already created our flight plan in SimBrief. I will show you shortly. That's this flight plan here from, this is Paris LFPG, and we will depart to the right and then we go on the airways like plotted here, and in the end we will arrive at Frankfurt. We will fly alongside the runway, and then we will make a right turn and land onto runway 25 left. Okay, so without further delays, we are in a cold and dark environment, so we have to first boot up the aircraft. So the first thing you want to do is to connect the external power on the aircraft. This will enable the power on it. And we can select the battery power on. It will directly start charging, and the next thing we will do is to start up our instruments. Go a little bit to the right. 1, 2, and 3. So now our instruments will be booting up, and if we look closely here, we will see the IRS alignment is completed in 7 minutes. So in 7 minutes we have the time to set up the aircraft and load our flight plan. This we will do from MCDU. And so as introduced, we already created a flight plan in our SimBrief online flight planner. If you want to see how that works, we advise you to check out our tutorial in episode number 3, and there we did it. And from here we will start to load our flight plan into the MCDU. So the very first thing you check if you open the FCDU of the MCDU, or in short the flight management computer, you will find the configuration of the aircraft, so you have to check that the engines you have selected in your tablet, in your ISCS, are identical to the ones in your flight management computer. Okay, so the next thing, what's also important, is to check what AirNav data you have loaded. So if you have SimBrief installed, you should see the current active AirNav database. The current is the one from 10th of July till 6th August. It's 4th of August, and yes, that's within the window. If you don't have SimBrief installed, you will use the standard database which is used with Explain 12, and that's the old one, the 15th June till 12th of July. So this is the old database, and if you don't have SimBrief installed, you need to select the second database. You can do by pressing this button, and if you have SimBrief installed, you have to set it to correct database. Don't forget to check it, because if you don't, you might have mismatches in your flight plan. So if you set up your flight plan with Navigraph on the latest AirNav database, and then you load it into your flight management computer with the wrong database installed, that will give not good results. Okay, second important information before we start even loading the flight plan is that you have to know that if you want to load the flight plan and you have checked Explain 12 in the setup with to start with the engines running, you will not be able to load the flight plan with the INIT button. But if you do so, you will first need to go to Data, and then you need to select the AIRAC function, click it once and click it twice, and then you can load in your request your flight plan from SimBrief here. But if you have the setup with the engines not running, as we have now, we start from cold and dark, so nothing running, you can select the initialization page, and then you can click the init request. Okay, so let's do so and see what happens. You will directly see that the flight plan data link is in progress, and there we go. This is already our flight plan from Paris to Frankfurt, and we also see the cost index. It's all loaded from SimBrief into our flight plan. So, okay, that's good. So if we now click the flight plan, you will see that the flight plan is loaded. So we have the departure airport, which is Paris Charles de Gaulle, and then we have discontinuity. We will talk about it in a minute. And then we have our airways, and we scroll down to all the airways. We will in the end find another discontinuity and the end of the flight plan. So what's this discontinuities? if you Googled along a little bit, you will probably find that you need to delete all flight plan discontinuities. Well, this is not really the right way, because the first attempt you need to make is that you fetch the flight plan together so there are no discontinuities. The reason for this discontinuity here is that the route from the departure runway, so from Paris Charles de Gaulle, is not yet configured, and so we need to do this. So if we go to our flight plan and we check PDF and scroll down a little bit, we will see that our routing, this is on page 2, so it's very early in the flight plan, our routing goes from runway Paris Charles de Gaulle 27 left, and that's what we need to enter in this system. So the first thing we do is click LFPG, it's the airport, and you can check the departure. Click that also again, and you will click here 27 left. So if it does not appear in your screen, you need to use the arrow keys, and here you find 27 left. And now it asks for the SIT. The SIT is the indication for the route you will take from the departure runway to your airway. The airways are like the highway, so you need to get there, and to get there you need to insert a SIT. And for this specific route, we will use RNUX 6A. So if we go back, you can check here, we find it. Just scroll down. Here he is, RUN 6A. So you select this one and you insert that into temporary flight plan, and you will directly see that the route is now okay. We can insert it, and here we see we are now have flight plan covered with departure from LFPG 27 left. See, it adds the runway here. Then you go to the routes and scroll down. So in the end we have another discontinuity. This is for the arrival airport, so it's Frankfurt. So in Frankfurt we need to know what route we will take from the airway, compare it to the highway if you drive on your car, to your home destination. So click again EDDF, and here you can click arrival, so the arrival route, and here find runway. We check what is in our flight plan. Our flight plan tells us that we go to runway 25 left. Runway 25 left. Let's see if we can find it. it is, ILS 25 left, and for star stands for standard arrival route, we will find res V01A. Let's find that in the list. Far, a little bit back. Res V01A. That's this one. Okay, insert to the flight plan. And let's check again. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Okay, we still have a discontinuity here, so let us double check if we have the correct one. 25 left, res V01A. Here we have now discontinuity. So in this case we can delete it because we know that we have found the correct routes. Also check it into our plan. So if we select the set the to 10, we check out the plan setting here. Can zoom a little bit more maybe. So you can basically check how your route goes, and if you walk through your flight plan and just see how it works. So this is our departure. Here's all okay, here's all okay, here's also all okay. So here we see something strange, so the route not really goes the right way. So let's try if we can fix that by deleting our flight plan discontinuity. So first we have to click the clear button. If you click it a few times, it will clear the messages here. Clear, and now we click flight plan discontinuity and click insert. Okay, let's check the flight plan again. Again, we have one discontinuity and a manual. I will delete that one also. Clear. You have to make sure clear is in the bar here, and then you click manual. Clear. Flight plan discontinuity. Insert. Flight plan. Check again. It's nice this flight plan has some errors, so we can show you what's going on. Okay, so it looks we don't have any errors anymore now in our flight plan, and you saw some errors afterwards, but I will check now how the flight plan looks. So let's check again. So we can see a nice turn here, and here is the runway. So let's check again how it is. Okay. Very strange, but actually it's quite okay, so there shouldn't be any errors in it. And now let's check how this turns out. Okay, so that is done, and we can already see the errors are gone, the instruments are loaded at the moment, so we can now continue with our initialization, and check the IRS alignment. I think it's already done because there's no extra actions needed, and we will check the wind data. We will request also the wind data. Data uplink, turn, and that's also done. Next thing we need to check is the performance page. So you can see we don't have any V1 or V2 speeds assigned yet. And how do we do that? We can just click the uplink takeoff data, click it, and here we do the takeoff data request. And the flight management computer will take this information from SimBrief. So you have to set up that information in SimBrief. Let me check quickly. You will have here the takeoff performance calculator and the landing performance calculator. So that's, if you click here, the flight management computer will take this information from your SimBrief account. So you see the asterisk is gone here. It will return soon. It takes about 5-10 seconds. And here you see it coming back, and takeoff data uplink, turn into received takeoff data, and insert. So now we have all the V1, rotation speeds all set. You can see that the flaps needs to be set to 1, down 0.01, and we have to add the flex takeoff temperature. So where do we take that from? We can take that from the tablet, and we click takeoff performance. It says not yet computed. Click compute, and here somewhere we will find the flex temperature. Thrust flex 37. Okay, so we can return to the MCDU and click clear the message first. Okay, one great tip for you: if you go with your mouse over the black screen, you put your mouse in here. Sorry. If you put your mouse here, then just what am I doing? Wait, check it. I think you need to pop it out. Yes, pop it out. Okay, you have it popped out, and you go with your mouse over it. Then just type the values in. If your mouse is not over it, you cannot do that. It will go to other values. If your mouse is over it, you can click escape or clear backspace, and you can type 73 and then add that to flex temperature. So it's set to flex temperature 73. Click the next phase. Yeah, this is all not that important. So that's all good. And we are pretty much ready to go. This is our primary flight plan. So if you want to get the secondary flight plan, you can click secondary flight plan button, and here we can say copy active. So from here you can see that you are on the secondary flight plan page. You can switch between the two flight plans. Here. This is the normal flight plan again. Secondary flight plan. Yeah, why would you use the secondary flight plan? You can use the secondary flight plan to for example, but it's in real life airports, is to set the return route to the airport, for example. So, for example, depart from your airport and you are flying 30 minutes and you will find an error in your airplane. You can select the secondary flight plan that's usually configured to return the aircraft to your departure airport. So, but now for this tutorial I will delete this because this is advanced material. We are going that deep today, for the sake of time, of course. Okay, so the flight management computer is now completely set up, and we can continue to contact ATC.
To go ground, Charlie Golf Tango Lima Uniform, radio check 121.610.
Charlie Golf Tango Lima Uniform, reading you 5.
Okay, let's request for a
To
startup.
go ground, Charlie Golf Tango Lima Uniform, Alpha 01, QNH 1019er, request startup.
Charlie Golf Tango Lima Uniform, information echo current, startup approved.
019er, and we can now prepare the aircraft for engine startup. Let's enable the fuel pumps. External power is on. We need to start up the APU. For this we set up APU lead, APU master switch to on, and after a few seconds we can start up APU. How do we see that it's starting up? We can select the APU here. And we'll see APU action comes into action. And just wait a little bit till it's started up. Okay, it says now APU available 100%. Need the APU to start up the engines, and if the APU is running, we can disconnect the external power. See, the airplane stays on. From here we can do ignition and start our engine number 2. How do we know if the engine's starting? You can see it here. And also here. Okay, engine is now spooling up, so we can continue to figure the aircraft, set the displays a little brighter. Also, its edges. find here, set it to DARRA. It's okay. We can set to flaps 1 and we can arm the spoilers. And let's check. Engine number 2 is running, so we can continue to spool up engine 2 and we'll request a pushback. Or request a VFR departure. Departing to the west.
Deploy ground. Charlie Golf Tango Lima uniform. Hello, Airbus A321 Neo. 4 local flight returning today. 1 POV. Request taxi for VFR flight departing to the west.
Charlie Lima uniform. Information echo current. Runway 26 right. Taxi via Papa 1. Tango Alpha 2. Romeo and Romeo 1. Hold short of runway 26 right.
Information echo. Runway 26 right. Taxi via Papa 1. Tango Alpha 2. Romeo and Romeo 1. Hold short of runway 26 right. Charlie Lima uniform.
And it assigns us to runway 26 right. I don't think that's correct according to our flight plan. It should be 27 left. So I can request a different departure.
Deploy ground. Charlie Lima uniform. Request departure runway 27 left.
Charlie Lima uniform. No usable runway for your aircraft.
Charlie Lima uniform.
7 left.
Charlie
Plane
Lima
landed.
uniform. Information echo current. Runway
Run
2
system.
left. Taxi via
Just
Papa 1.
run through the
Tango
checklist
Alpha 1.
to see
Foxtrot November
what is
5. November.
gone.
Foxtrot November
The
1.
engines are
Alpha 4.
running.
Foxtrot. Bravo. Quebec Bravo 10.
can
Quebec and
theoretically
Quebec 6.
disable
Hold short
the
of runway 2
route.
left.
Information echo. Runway 27 left. Taxi via Papa 1. Tango Alpha 1. Foxtrot November 5. November. Foxtrot November 1. Alpha 4. Foxtrot. Bravo. Quebec Bravo 7.
Check the
Quebec
crew.
and Quebec 6. Hold short of runway 27 left. Charlie Lima uniform.
And set up the landing strobe lights. Strobe on. Auto. Beacon on. Wing on. Taxi lights on. Seat belts on. See exit. Okay, so far so good. Let's now check into our ground crew. Yes. Ground services. Chocks go away, and we will start auto pushback. There you go. And of course, to do so, we need to disable the parking brake. done. We will close the cockpit door. And I think we forgot to set up the weather system. Pilot 1, this one to auto. Okay, so if all is correctly done now, we should have takeoff performance anyway. Stream disconnect. Okay, let's check. Oh, we are already pushed back. Set the brakes on again. We'll see the aircraft going down, and the tug should disconnect. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Let's turn into the cockpit again. Let's check. Cabin is ready. Landing lights on. Check that one. Landing light need to be off, of course. Not landing. Taxi, takeoff. All good. Strobe on. Nice. Okay, message, we have 2 blue, if blue is not good, so we need to check this one. The auto brake needs set to be maximum, and I've set it to medium, that's not good. Maximum, it goes green. And takeoff configuration test, what does it mean? Just push the takeoff configuration button. And all is green. Cabin is ready, everything is good to go. Okay, so let's start taxiing. Full steer to the left, brakes are off. And here we go. On. And let's continue our taxi journey. It's a big airport, so taxiing can take quite some time. Transavia retro look. Very cool. Very cool. Okay, so taxiing, everything is set and done, I think. We will need to continue to runway. Sorry, steering's aircraft is somewhat complicated, let's say it this way. And you see airplane landing. I'm using a traffic plugin, not sure which one I currently have installed. It's live traffic, it's free. Very nice, I would say, once you configured it correctly.
Uniform. Contact De Gaulle Tower 118.655. Goodbye.
Contact De Gaulle Tower 118.655. Charlie Lima Uniform. Goodbye.
Okay, so I overcrossed this sign a little bit. Brake. Oh, look at that, beautiful. So I overcrossed this line a little bit. Air traffic control will complain about it.
Check in. Gaulle Tower, Charlie Golf Tango Lima Uniform, on Taxiway Quebec 6.
Charlie Lima Uniform, are you with me?
Reading you, Charlie Lima Uniform. De Gaulle Tower, Charlie Golf Tango Lima Uniform, on Taxiway Quebec 6.
Charlie Golf Tango Lima Uniform, De Gaulle Tower, below, hold short of runway 27 left, report ready.
Hold short of runway 27 left, Wilco, Charlie Golf Tango